Uppercut, uppercut, sonic boom! Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and if you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Bushker, and today's video is all about the AUG. We're talking about the AUG, and the reason we're talking about the AUG is it's been changed yet again. PUBG Mobile have made a bit of a habit of tinkering with the 5.56 ARs of late. We've seen changes to the SCAR-L, to the AUG, to the FAMAS, and we've even seen guns put in the game and removed. The AMS Abacan. I don't know if any of you remember that one. So it's no great surprise that they've done it again this patch. The FAMAS is now a crate weapon, and the AUG, which was in the crate and was incredible, is now a world drop weapon, albeit a slightly rarer world drop weapon than you'd like, because I'll tell you right now, I'll get it out of the way early, this gun's still crackerjack. And I actually think that this may well finally be the death of the M416 as the absolute must-have weapon in PUBG Mobile. One of the things that I think really stopped people from jumping on the AUG train was that it was in a crate. And it's no longer in a crate, and it is still empirically better than the M416. And I'm going to explain why that is. I'm going to show you some video on this, and we're going to talk about that, the game, and everything in particular, in no particular order. If you would do me a big favor and like, subscribe, and if you want to comment to let me know what you think of the videos or what you'd like to see in the videos, please do not hesitate to do so. I really like this update, and I really like this patch because we've got great definition now between all these different 5.56 ARs. And what the AUG brings to the table is an absolute spanking in terms of rate of fire. They've dropped the damage down from 43 to 40.9. Now that number might be specific to you because it's the number that for the longest time every 5.56 AR in the game was running. The SCAR, the AUG, the QBZ95, all these guns ran 40.9 as their base damage. And PUBG Mobile have slowly changed that and adjusted that over quite some period of time. They also do very, very minute adjustments on the bullet speed. The AUG's bullet speed is 934 meters a second. That's slightly above the M416's. What it really has going for it is they haven't adjusted the rate of fire down. So it's got the same damage as an M416. It's a world drop, and it has much better rate of fire. Now, the scuttlebutt in the general chat that I've been hearing from people is that they've nerfed the recoil. And I have to tell you, I think that's absolutely wrong. I have not seen any evidence that they've nerfed the recoil whatsoever. I have got to do a big recoil test in the next couple of weeks. I do it probably once a year where I test the actual recoil numbers by measuring the distance, the average vertical and horizontal recoil between individual rounds on all the ARs. But I just went and did a quick test in the training rooms today. And this is the idea that it's been nerfed in terms of recoil is ludicrous. That's 314 meters away. It's firing at 700 rounds a minute. In fact, it's in excess of 700 rounds a minute. It's 779 rounds a minute. The M416 fires at 638 rounds a minute. The AUG is doing the same damage, and it's doing it a lot faster with no discernible increase in recoil. Why would you take an M416 over this weapon? It fires faster, and it's not close. It fires so much faster. You can run an AUG and a Mini. You can run an AUG and a sniper rifle, and you will be both better in CQC and better in your long range. Its time to kill has gone up, but it's still better than M416's, and it's still pretty incredible for me that it's kept its recoil profile while actually only being docked a little bit in terms of its damage. So, why do I really love this? Well, we now have the FAMAS, which is all about incredible rate of fire, CQC, or extraordinarily long-range spraying. We have the AUG, which is a blend of both rate of fire and sprayability. We have the M416, which is your more commonly found world drop. Oh God, my ping is so bad right now. Look at that. I'm trying to run the guy over. I hit myself with my own car. Like, the ping is legit. We have the Scar-L, which is slightly worse than the sprays, bigger alpha damage. It's just nice that there are now a lot of options. A lot of people love the FAMAS. They love the way it plays now. I hate the way it plays now. And look at this AUG. Tell me again that the recoil has been screwed. Like, get real. Come on. This thing is absolutely romping and stomping. The only real changes that they've made is they've reduced the damage. Everything else has stayed the same. The rate of fire, the recoil, it all seems exactly the same. The hip fire on the AUG is better than the hip fire on the FAMAS, which is really impressive in my opinion. Look at this. It's not hard to spray people. It ain't hard to spray people down. I have been at a loss as to figure out what they've done with the Ace-32. We have to figure that out. And there's still a lot more work to be done on my FAMAS gameplay, because I'll be honest, I think I can be better than I currently am with the weapon, and I think that's going to take some time to get used to it. And that's fair enough, because, you know, it isn't a gun that has been on Erangel for a long time. And the more I use it, the better I'm getting at it. But I still think, oh, I don't think, I know, I still think that I prefer the AUG, that is a world drop AUG, to the in the crate FAMAS. And that's a big call, isn't it? I mean, that really is a massive call to prefer a world drop weapon to a crate weapon that is from the same family, the same 5.56 AR family. And I think you'll find that there'll be a lot of people running this AUG now, both in competitive and in public gameplay, than there were previously, because it's an absolute jats cracker of a weapon, and it's doing all kinds of cool things. The other thing we have to do now is have a look at something that I've been looking at, which has been incredibly fun, and that's the crossbow with the explosive tips. And that's going to be featured in the next couple of videos. I will say that we're starting to blur the line somewhat between the areas the SMGs do very well in, and the MG3, for instance, is very much like the FAMAS with its rate of fire and its damage. And the areas where ARs traditionally do well in. If you like a traditional 5.56 AR, but you want a bit more of that SMG feel, you might want to just run the AUG, because it's such a strong weapon in CQC with its low recoil hip fire and low recoil long range spray and its high bullet speed. And it's not to be messed with. I hope you guys enjoyed that quick peek at the AUG. There'll certainly be more of that coming. We're going to be doing some tactical stuff as well once we bust through all the new patch hullabaloo. We're going to feature this gun, this crossbow. This is like my favorite thing in the world right now, the crossbow with the explosive attachment. I just run out of bows all the time, running out of bolts all the time. And the fact that you can't pre-cook it means that people often will see me land the crossbow right next to them, and then they'll escape without having to take damage, because they'll see it going tick, 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 tick right next to them. It's so much fun though. And you can use it like an artillery barrage in these 2-story squad houses. I'm going to be featuring that heavily in a video very, very shortly. I'm playing it all the time whenever I get the opportunity. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Look out for a few other bits and pieces coming your way regarding this patch. It's been one of the best patches that I've seen for quite some time. And until next time, stay safe on Sea Battlefield. This poor bastard. He's just stuck. Oh my god. What a train wreck. I mean, I just look at it. Everywhere he goes. Oh god.